Hey, we're talking with members of the Lomega FFA as we celebrate the FFA this month on KOFM. First up, the president. I'm assuming, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Kate Myers.
Kate, are you the president?
I am, yes,
Okay,
sir.
I'm just making that assumption since you were first up. What year are you?
I am a senior in high
Okay.
school.
What project you're working on this year?
Well, this year I do prepared public speaking, and I have for the past couple years.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm on the Ag Issues team. And my sisters and I run a 501c3 nonprofit, and we donate ground beef all over the state of Oklahoma.
Okay, we got to talk about that. Tell me about that. That is a really cool thing.
Yes, so we've been able to donate over 2,000 pounds of fresh ground beef to
Mm-hmm.
feeding programs all over the state. We donate to rehab centers, food banks, and children's homes.
Why'd you guys do that? There's got to be a story.
Yes, so we come from a low income area, and a lot of our community members were getting the processed food like chips at home, but they weren't getting a fresh source of protein.
Mm-hmm.
And so my sisters and I were inspired by this. When we went and toured our local food bank, we realized there wasn't any fresh protein at our local food bank, and so we decided to do something about it. And so with the help of a lot of local support,
Mm-hmm.
we were able to purchase steers, and we feed out the steers, sell the cuts of meat, so we sell the steaks and the roasts, and we donate the ground beef to our local food bank. What started off as a small project has now grown, so we've been able to donate to all the feeding programs in my county, and we're able to expand into the city. And
Mm-hmm.
so, yeah, it's
Wow. You realize you've created this thing that can't stop now.
I know.
Okay.
I know. I
So,
plan to continue it after high school
okay.
for sure.
And that leads to what is on the docket for you after high school?
Next fall, I plan to go to Oklahoma State University and pursue a degree in nutrition.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
That is the coolest story so far in the entire year. That works. That's good. I appreciate you for that.
Thank you for
Bless
having
you for
me.
that. Awesome.
Thank you so much.
All right. Next up, what's your name?
My name's Hadley Ott.
Hadley, what year are you?
I'm a junior in high school.
And what office do you hold?
I'm our vice president.
Okay. Hadley, what are you involved in this year?
So this year I'll be doing prepared public speaking, animal science quiz bowl, ag issues, and I will be showing my Simmental heifer at OIE district and our county shows.
Very cool. Tell me, ag issues. What do you mean by that?
So I'll be on a team with 3 other members, and we'll pick any kind of ag issue, and we'll put on like a little skit to get our point across, and then we'll be asked questions and we'll have to answer those to the best of our ability to make sure that we can better inform the public.
So that's part of the competition.
Yes, sir, it is.
Very cool. And what was your show animal?
A Simmental heifer.
Okay. Is it going to be is it a grand champion heifer this year?
I don't know about that. I mean, I hope I can make premium sales,
Yeah.
but
All
it's
right.
really just a project.
I got you. One of many, right?
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you. How much time do you spend doing FFA projects in any given week?
I spend a lot of my time through Animal Science Quiz Bowl. I'm constantly studying. For prepared public speaking, I practice questions all the time with Mrs. Muggenberg.
Mm-hmm.
And with my show heifer, any activity that I don't have, or any day that I don't have school activities, I'm always at the show
Yeah.
barn.
Yeah. Give me a question. I want to know a question you're studying.
So in Animal Science Quiz Bowl, you can be asked anything. You can be asked like what a castrated male is for
Okay.
any species. You can be asked what the ruminating process is, and honestly, anything that has to do with animals, they'll ask you.
Yeah. It's not like super easy questions. It's like actual hard questions sometimes.
Yes, it is not. I was asked what a castrated turkey was last year, so it can be difficult.
I want to go down the road. I'm just not going to say anything. I'm just going to leave it alone. You just call it a turkey.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the answer. No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a turkey.
What is it? What is the name of a castrated male turkey?
To be completely honest,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why you would castrate a turkey.
I don't either. It's weird. It's a weird question. All right. With that, we're going to stop, okay? Thank you. Come back see me next year, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. All righty. Next up, as we visit with members of the Lomega FFA, what is your name?
My name is Claire Myers.
Claire, what year are you this year?
I'm a sophomore this year.
And what is your office?
I'm the secretary.
Okay. What's your project this year?
So this year I'm an active member of our parliamentary procedure team, along with the Animal Science Quiz Bowl and Ag Issues team. I participate in public speaking, and I have 2 SAE projects. I sell jam from our fruit trees, and I also have a show heifer And I also help my older sister with our Beef for the Bank project.
I was going to ask you about the jam. So you're going out there and getting from the trees and doing the whole process? Tell me about that.
Yes, sir. So it's really like a fun process, and it can differ from year to year, but we have a massive plum tree. So I'll go pick the plums, and then you have to cook the plums down, pit the plums, and then once you have to get a plum puree, and then you can start your process of making jam.
Because I've seen a lot of people right now going back to doing that. I've seen people trying to do the canning thing and more and ever like a hobby. But how much jam do you produce?
So every year I produce anywhere from 200 to 300 jars of jam, and I'm able to sell those.
Gotcha. Good for you. See, it's something new every time I interview FFA students. I always find out something new. That's good for you. All right?
Yes.
Thank you.
It's very fun. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Up next, as we continue with the Lomega FFA, what's your name?
I'm Sadie Wright.
And what year are you?
I'm a junior in high school.
Okay. And what is your office?
I'm the reporter.
Awesome. Tell me about your projects this year.
Okay, I do speech. I'm starting to study agronomy, and I show dairy cattle, heifers and cows.
You show dairy cows.
Yes.
And how does that? Was that different from a regular? Tell me about how that works as opposed to, because I don't think I've ever heard somebody show a dairy cow before.
Well, there's 6 different types of breeds, and I own Brown Swiss, Holsteins, and Jerseys.
Okay.
We clip the whole heifer whenever we are getting ready for shows with a 10 blade, and if it is a milk cow, we have to watch the hours to determine how much milk needs to be in each quarter before show day.
It's way more complicated than showing a steer.
It can be.
Yeah. All right. What else did you say you were in?
I do speech.
Okay. What's your speech this year? What are you working on?
I'm going to be doing raw milk versus pasteurized milk.
Okay. What do you know about that so far? Good versus bad. What do you think?
There's pros and cons to each situation. I like to stay in between because I'll admit pasteurized can be healthier to drink, but raw milk also has some of the necessary nutrients and enzymes that we need for our body to digest it.
Yeah. So. Good answers. All right. And you're not done with the speech yet, right? Are you done with it?
We're editing it right now.
Working on it. All right. Well, good luck with it, okay?
Thank you.
All righty. Next up with the Lomega FFA, what is your name?
My name is Isabel Hansen.
Isabel, what year are you?
I'm a junior.
And what's your office?
I am the Sentinel.
Awesome. Have you had to, get harsh with them if they've gotten out of hand during the meetings?
No, they've been pretty good.
All right. So what's your project this year?
I do prepared public speaking, I show chickens, and I have an SAE consisting of my family's poultry production.
Talk about showing a chicken, because I'm not joking. I showed chickens when I was in the 4-H and FFA a little bit. Tell me, how does that work?
It's pretty simple. I'm working on kind of breeding up my own flock, but people get pretty serious. You'll be seeing people hairspraying and blow drying these chickens at the shows. And
seriously?
Yeah, it's all about condition.
Yeah.
It's really hard to keep their feathers clean and nice and pretty because the cages can really wear them down. So, it's a little harder than people would think, but it's pretty fun.
For the record, I never put hairspray on my chickens, ever, that I recall. But it makes sense, though. You got to have them looking good, right?
I don't do it.
Yeah.
I don't.
You talked about the poultry production. Tell me about that.
My family, we own a little over 22,000 chickens, and we have about 60,000 eggs a day that we handle, and we sell them to about most of the state, anywhere from west of Oklahoma City. We are selling our eggs, and also the southern part of the state. It's a local thing. We are the only local poultry production in western Oklahoma and in Oklahoma in general currently.
Very cool.
So, yeah.
Very cool. Go ahead and give me the name of it so I can look for it.
It's Hansen's Eggs.
Hansen's, okay. I actually buy Hansen's eggs. There you go. For real, I do. Yeah. Very cool. Awesome. All right. Well, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
All righty. I learn something new every single time we do an FFA interview. It's really fun. All righty. What's your name?
Joanne Bilger.
Joanne, what year are you?
I am a sophomore.
And what office are you?
I hold the chapter chaplain.
Okay. Praying for this whole group of people, right? Yeah. What are you doing this year?
I am showing 2 heifers, and I'm starting agronomy.
Okay. Tell me about your heifers.
So my first one is a maintainer, and then I just now got a Charlet just not long ago, and she's doing pretty good. So
There's a lot of people that listen and watch the videos, and I just kind of skipped through this part about having a show animal. Let's go back to the very beginning. You first get this heifer, and you decide this is going to be the heifer that's going to become the show animal. What's the process of getting it from that point, in a minute or so, the process of getting from that point to into the show ring?
Well, at first you kind of just like have to start if they're gonna be broke or not, and if they're not gonna be broke, you got to start that process, and then from there you start kind of just showing them how everything is gonna go, and like start working with them on blow drying, washing, and get them like used to it, and then you start taking them to shows and getting them used to the environment, and then soon you'll just start showing them.
Imagine a Labrador on a leash, only it's a multi-thousand-pound Labrador, right?
Yes.
Yeah. The breaking part's the hardest part of all, I think.
Yes, that is for sure. Like, we just started breaking some cattle at my boss's place, and they are definitely a show.
Yeah, it's interesting. I appreciate you. How many hours a day do you put in working with your cattle?
Sometimes it varies if I work both or not, but for just my Charlet, it takes at least 4 hours.
Yeah, it's not an easy task. I appreciate you. Come back, see us next year, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right. And finally, we have our final chapter officer from the Lomega FFA. What's your name?
My name's Chloe Meyer.
Chloe, what year are you?
I am a senior.
And what's your office?
I am our chapter's treasurer.
All righty, you're the one buying lunch later.
Yeah.
Yeah, treasurers always say that. Sure. Yeah, and then they look at the teacher. So what are you doing this year?
This year, I am on our floriculture team, and I have my SAEs, which consist of I grow around 300 hanging petunia baskets in our school greenhouse to sell, and then I also work on my family's farm.
What was the first thing you said?
Floriculture.
Floriculture. Talk about floriculture. What do you mean by floriculture?
I'm on the floriculture team, which it consists of 4 team members, and it's where you go and you take a test, which is about just anything about flowers, and then you have the identification part where you have to identify plants, and then a lot of the times there'll also be a part where you either have to build your own bouquet or like just anything of that sorts.
I'm pretty sure you won't know the exact answer, but how many different types of flowers do we have in the state of Oklahoma? I mean, if they were going to say here's a whole table full of flowers, I mean, how many are you having to figure out?
There's a lot. I don't know the exact amount, but
as far as the testings are concerned, I mean, how many do you have to figure out?
There's about like 133 maybe.
Yeah.
That we have to know for
a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
All right, you're a senior this year. What's the plan after high school?
After high school, I plan to attend Southwestern Oklahoma State University and get a degree in elementary education with a minor in athletic coaching.
Oh, very good. You're going to be coaching the kids, right?
Coaching the kids,
Yeah,
yes.
That'll be cool. I appreciate you coming in. Good luck.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Our thanks to the Lomega FFA.